We want to talk about a park that's being built here in the historic West Side. This park is more than playgrounds and picnic pavilions. It's actually going to be a landmark, an outdoor museum, if you will, where you can come and learn about the city's history and the many African Americans who paved the way to a more equitable city and country, for that matter. It's called Legacy Park. You may have seen the groundbreaking in December, but we've just revealed 36 names, people who will be honored at this park, people who did some groundbreaking of their own.
I'm Councilman Cedric Creer, and I want to welcome you all to a very, very, very special day as we officially break ground on the historic West Side Legacy Park.
On a windy December day, Councilman Cedric Creer and Clark County Commissioner Lawrence Weekly, along with other local leaders, gathered to put shovels in the ground and celebrate in what about a year will be the historic Westside Legacy Park. Not just a place to find serenity in our bustling city, but a place to learn about and honor the many trailblazers who have led our community through good times and trying times.
If you look at the fact that before 1960, the Las Vegas Strip was segregated, and black people could not go inside of the hotels and participating in the shows or the restaurants. And people fought to end that. In 1960, with the Moulin Rouge Agreement, that agreement was brokered, and we're able to move throughout the city. So we wanted to recognize those individuals and those key individuals that have paved the way for all of us.
Councilman Creer and Commissioner Weekly want the park to live up to its name, legacy, by giving our own iconic figures, present and past, a place to live forever. 36 honorees make up this first group that will have designated plaques in the park. They were selected after an open application process. Then a team of 3 prominent locals made the final choices.
Clay T. White, Ramon Savoy, and Jackie Brantley to make up the committee that is going to pick who goes into this park. And so we did that. They reviewed all the applications. They made their recommendations. The council, the commissioner and I, we gave a little input, but it wasn't our decision to do it. And they made the decision, and 36 individuals were chosen.
We are going to profile some of the honorees on this distinguished list for the next few months here on City Beat, starting with Brenda Williams. She and her late husband, Monroe, have a rich history and deep roots in Las Vegas. She said she was so busy writing up other people she wanted to nominate for the list, it never occurred to her that she would be on it until her phone rang early one morning with the news.
And I'm going, oh my God. I was just in awe. I could not believe it. And I'm saying, and they read me the list of people who had been selected to be so honored. And I am going, that is wild. I'm the youngest person on that list. I have interacted with those people that are on that list, the majority of them. There's none on the list that I don't know. Yeah. And I thought, what an honor.
Brenda Williams has done so much and held so many important positions in Las Vegas, such as interim city councilwoman, Las Vegas Planning Commissioner, and constituent services representative for Senator Richard Bryan. All she considers an honor, but her pride really shines when she talks about the book, Westside School Alumni Stories, Our School, Our Community, Our Time. She spearheaded the project when the now nearly 100-year-old school was being renovated in 2015. She was a student there along with so many others who went on to do great things in our community, but she felt the real stories behind the school and the people were not being told, at least not with accuracy.
I had actually participated in a lot of events, and people were giving out historic facts that didn't know what they were talking about. And those people had recently come to Las Vegas and where the heck to get that information from. So that I know enough people who are still here in Las Vegas who actually made a significant difference and made contributions to Las Vegas that are alive and can still tell their story. A lot of people don't know about the regional director of the Internal Revenue Service, okay, who had like 6,000 employees, went to Westside School. Doctors, teachers, it's all there, just lay people, dealers, everybody. Everybody's important because everybody's contribution is important.
The school was the heart of the community where everyone knew everyone, and most still do to this day. Williams recalls working at the First National Bank back in the 60s, the first African American to work as a bank teller, when her kindergarten teacher caught her eye in the bank.
When I started working at First National Bank of Nevada, which was the first black person to work in banking in Nevada, I was working my counter one day, and I looked and I saw this lady. I go, "Oh, that's Miss French." And she was just standing on the side watching me, right? And she came up to me after my people had moved, and she looked at the nameplate, and she says, "Yeah, Brenda Williams." She says, "You're Brenda Joyce Smith." And I thought, oh my God, my kindergarten teacher remembers me?
Honored right along her side is her husband, Monroe, who passed in 2012. He was in the Navy, attended UNLV, and later became one of the first black firefighters in Las Vegas. She said they were perfect partners who complemented each other's goals and desires to make a change in the world.
He was a dynamic man. He was on a lot of boards, Economic Opportunity Board and Operation Life. He was high in the Democratic Party. We worked for various candidates. That was how we knew that we were going to affect change.
Councilman Creer sees the park as a place where people will learn about change makers such as Brenda and Monroe Williams and many others.
We've had so many individuals that have paved the way for all of us. For me to be sitting here in this office, in this seat right now, somewhere along the way, somebody, took a lot of angst, grief, put a lot of time into ensuring that we had an equitable playing field.
Meanwhile, Brenda Williams says she's so honored to be part of the Legacy Park. She still doesn't know who nominated her, and she's so humble, she's still trying to figure out why.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what your hierarchy is or what your perception is or somebody else's is, you're still a child of God. We're all in this together.
Councilman Creer says that each honoree will actually have their own plaque where you can push a button and actually hear more about their contributions. The application process will open up every year as we continue to welcome more honorees. Now, on the next City Beat, we are going to profile Lou and Vicki Richardson. Richardson Construction Company helped build many churches and community centers here in our city, along with other structures. And Vicki Richardson continues her focus on education through the arts.